I love practice. Every day I get to go out there and be better than yesterday.
Noah Lyles.
It hurts me the most. I have to watch the NBA Finals. They have world champion on their head. World champion of what? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times, but that ain't the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
Move this man! Game, I give it to you, but with a price tag. Pressure, all I'm applying when I'm in my bag. Gas, I need my medicine before I spaz. Lame, if you don't like me, you can't kiss my.
Skirt. What up, man? It's your boy Traptember. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, become a member, man. We back with another one. Now, I know my last video was something a little different, you know what I'm saying, than what y'all expect from me. My boy Max Dollars had a performance at the Wednesday Wine and Rhythm podcast. He asked me to be a part of it, so we got the collab. And if you haven't seen that already, I suggest you go back to my last video and check that out, man. Real good content. And yeah, we had some fun, man. The podcast was great. I actually got invited on, so you know, you can actually see your boy on camera, freestyling, talking music, chopping it up with the artist and my man Big Mo, real cool dude, OG in St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? If y'all got time to check that out, I'll leave a link to the performance I recorded and the podcast I was featured on. Today, though, we on a whole nother topic.
But he did promise, he was intending to have a clean sweep and to walk away with 3 gold medals. And he only walked away with 1.
Now, if you're anything like me, you really don't follow the Olympics, so you probably hear about the athletes either when they did really good at the Olympics or when they got something controversial going on. Like, I didn't hear about Michael Phelps until he won all those medals, and then the next time I heard about him, he was smoking weed. Same thing with Sha'Carri Richardson. I heard about her winning, and then I heard about her losing, and the fingernails and her attitude, or whatever the case is supposed to be. And then I now recently hear about her winning again. And similar case with Noah Lyles. Actually, I ran into the Sprint documentary. I don't know if anybody's seen that, but on Netflix they have a documentary called Sprint, or Sprinter, I believe. And it's actually pretty good. It gives the background on some of these African-American athletes, as well as the Jamaican athletes. It follows their journeys, their past wins and losses, and what their expectations are going into this Olympics that just recently happened. It's a really good documentary. And like I said, I didn't really know anything about a lot of these athletes until I watched this documentary.
Message!
Including one of the most, I guess you could say, controversial or talked about athletes in the Olympics, Mr. Noah Lyles himself. Even in the documentary, they had talked about him making some controversial statements about the NBA, which I don't know what counts as controversial nowadays, but I don't really see what was controversial about it. Now, I'm not here to talk about sports, but I can play a little bit of everything. When it comes to what I love and what I watch and what I care about, it's the NBA. So I'm saying this as an NBA fan. Stop and think about it. Take your feelings out. They have a nationwide tournament and then proclaim the winners to be the world champions. And the first thing the more intelligent fans want to say is,
when you look at stars that have blessed the NBA, when you look at the fabric of the NBA rosters, players from all over the world blessing rosters. That's why they can call themselves world champion, because the best that the world has to offer in the sport of basketball find themselves participating in NBA competition, Noah Lyles.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Few problems with that statement. In the 1998-1999 season, I believe, there were about 30 international players, and they've been proclaiming themselves to be the world champions since about 1950, I believe. And that number went up to 57 in the 2000 and 2001, and that number didn't double until the 2008 season, where it became 109 players were international players. Which means, respectfully, if we really wanted to proclaim that, we wouldn't have rightfully been able to do so until about 2008. And you can look all this up for yourself. This man is a sports announcer, bro. He is on TV talking to people. It's his job to know things like this, and that was his argument for when he said, how could they be considered world champions? That's really embarrassing. And yeah, Team USA did go on to win the Olympics and become the world champions, and that's dope. So kudos to them, but we're not talking about that today. I want to talk about how this young man been working his butt off, putting in work. The Olympics only come around ever so often. He's a black athlete. He's an American athlete. He's an accomplished athlete. And a few true statements that they told y'all was controversial. People got sensitive to him. And I seen people in our own community really tearing this man down, hoping he would lose. That's crazy behavior, bro. This man is in his 20s. Don't get me wrong. Even when I was watching a documentary.
Today, Junior.
But I do remember having a moment when I was watching it, just being like, all right, I might have had enough of this kid. Like, I'm good on, he's got a pretty flamboyant personality, just with the hair and the cockiness. He reminds you of that co-worker or classmate that do real good work, but they annoying. But when it comes to the job, you always pick them. So they think they the shit, but they actually annoying. So you would never want to see them outside of work. Jermaine.
Message.
That's kind of what he remind me of. But I still never got it in me like, okay, I want to see this man lose, or I want to see him fail, or if he comes short of what he dreams of, then good for him. You know what I'm saying? That's a crazy thought pattern. I've seen people on different social media sites tearing this man down because they felt some type of way about him. And that's just not the way we should be as a community, man. Do y'all agree?
Was intending to have a clean sweep and to walk away with 3 gold medals in a 100 to 200 and a 4x100 meter relay. And he only walked away with 1.
I feel like you don't have a reason to be talking like that or trying to diminish this man's accomplishments. That's crazy, bro. I don't know what it is when it comes to Stephen A. Smith and young black athletes, but he jumps at every turn to take somebody down. And it's crazy, bro, because I can remember it first starting off, I kind of had his back when it came to how he was treated at ESPN or SportsCenter or whatever, and people gatekeeping his situation. Over time, I don't know, man. It just seemed like he is now in the gatekeeping position, leading the witch hunt when it comes to our athletes.
They said they never gave you niggas money.
Couldn't even celebrate for the first 30 seconds because they had to go back to the videotape and see, had he not stretched his chest out and his nose out forward at the very last second, he'd have lost.
Stop it. Get some help.
Fair to say, I never ran track, so I have never been to a track practice or practice track. I'm pretty sure it's just how to start a race, how to move your legs in a race, and then how to finish the race. He's saying it like it's a bad thing, like he should be ashamed of the fact that he barely won by a couple. These are things they teach you so that when it comes down to a toe-to-toe foot race, because track is just foot races, you can get an advantage at the end and become the winner. What is he talking about?
Got him!
And Stephen A. really just represents a bigger problem. Like I said, I've seen things on social media. I had conversations with people I have actual relationships with, classmates, co-workers, family. And it was just different variations of people just being unsupportive or saying, hey, if he loses, then good for him. He shouldn't have said certain things. But they always come back to the same arguments about the NBA or what he said about the other guy with the Adidas contract, which, again, he does remind me of that annoying person that just goes against the grain. Jermaine. I wouldn't have went that way about it. And once he explained why he went that way about it, I kind of understood, especially when you see the type of guy that he is. I think he wanted it to sound like hate on purpose just to really get the attention. I'll let him explain.
Special, and why can't you guys see that with me?
Now, I will say, being very vulnerable in this moment, I felt very unheard at that moment with Adidas.
Okay.
I felt very unheard. And and to give an example, people do a lot of things. What do you do when you feel unheard? You try to shout louder.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I felt that I've had many conversations trying to shout and it hadn't gotten through.
Right.
And unfortunately, that was one of my moments where I felt I had to shout to even get them to look my way. Could it be handled better?
I mean,
probably. Was there more ways to do it? Probably. But in that moment, I felt that I had taken so many steps in other ways that I had to shout at this moment.
Message.
Again, that's just him basically saying that was just his way of getting their attention at the time. And it worked. Unfortunate that he felt like he had to go that way about it. And again, do I agree with it? No, but I'm not going to say hey, if he loses, good for him. Let me just run down a bit of this man's track record, by the way. Take it away, AI.
Other than what's on the screen now, he won gold at the 2014 Youth Olympics. He is a 3-time world champion in the men's 200, a 2-time bronze winner, as well as taking gold in the 100 this year. That boy good.
I don't even know if y'all heard about the things that they went through in Paris.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Paris was cutting up, bro, just to come back over here and have people in the U.S. saying, well, you know, if you did come in second place, then good on you because you said something true about the NBA. Like, get over yourselves, man. That's toxic, and cancel culture is toxic, and we shouldn't be carrying out these witch hunts on each other within our community, if you know what I mean.
Message!
I ain't the biggest fan of the fingernail paint and the hair colors and all that, but I do rock with the kid. I definitely respect the work ethic, and I'm rooting for him, man. When it swing back around in, what's that, 2028 in LA, I believe, I'm gonna be rooting for him, and I hope he does get the gold. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I stand on it. Let me know what y'all think. Is there anything I missed? Is there any other reason not to like this guy, or did I hit it on the head? Let me know in the comments, man. It's your boy Traptember. It's been another one. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, become a member. I'm gone.
And it's your boy Traptember. Make sure you like and subscribe, become a member. Doing this straight about the 314. You know we do it every time with cash mode. Coming out the city and we right on Hampton. Know we do it hard and you know we gotta stamp it. Your boy Traptember, you can find me on IG or probably on TikTok or on the YT. That mean YouTube if the boys didn't know. I gotta let it go cause the show for cash boats. I had to rip it up one time for the beat. We do it for the 314, you know it's for the streets. Hey.